Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides. FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Washington Redskins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
We got four. We got four. 36, 36. Watch the edge.
Protein spill.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Red. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Right here, right here.
They'll set up a throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He completes it to Henry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Check 4, check 4.
Back to to throw now on 2nd and 10. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series...
And oh, he coughed it up, and the Redskins scoop it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Kansas City.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1. 7. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Catch is made by Harry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 24-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He'll look to throw. Got his man, that's Harry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They come out here in the I. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
2nd and 6. Being chased up, and the pressure gets to him again.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up the 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Redskins 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick-6 last week. Not a pick-6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Leonard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Harry. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Match the score. Chiefs 21, Redskins 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
2nd and 11. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And that's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Complete. It's Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. I call it no gain there on the first down play. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
50 seconds to Mike. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Redskins send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Man left, man left. Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Hunter Henry. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. He dumps it off for Henry. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Redskins take over.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 3. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 6 yards.
Watch tight end.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They're going to look to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Hunter Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 24-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Get in the weight room. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
In your face.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Redskins send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
I'm coming up to you.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Back to throw here. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I we enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Again, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
We got 4. We got 4.
90 is a mic. Hey, here we go. 90 is a mic. You go 99. Some go 99. 90 is a mic. Hey, watch the slant.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Let's see what you got. Ready.
Again, it's Kamara. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Redskins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jones. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Check 3, chopper. Chopper.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 4. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It's complete to Diggs. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They try again with Cook. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Ready? Mike, 57.
Here we go.
Got double tight. Double tight. Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league.